My name is Angeline Nguedjeu. I am the Regional Lobby and Advocacy Advisor for our regional office, which covers 8 countries in Central and East Africa. And my program actually streamlines all the other eco programs in the region in terms of inclusiveness, in terms of social impact, and also in terms of accountability.
And what do you think the role of governments in those countries should be when we talk about social impact and social inclusiveness? And do they fulfill to your expectations?
Well, in terms of fulfilling our expectations, if they were, we wouldn't be there. If they were, we wouldn't be doing what we are doing. And we must also acknowledge that we are dealing with a region of highly volatile political context. Yeah, either post-conflict or in conflicts or just before conflicts. As such, it's very difficult. But also on the other side, it's a big challenge because we know that a lot of our activities cannot have the ownership we need or the visibility we need if we don't cooperate with the government, however volatile they are. And the government in this case, also depending on the program, is either the local government at the community level or even the higher level, which involves the national decision-making platforms. Yeah.
When we talk about social inclusiveness, do you think that companies from outside Africa that are coming to African countries, is that high on their agenda?
Not so much, because of course companies, they first think about money. It's all about first making money. So that's where also the role of other NGOs like ECO come in to make sure that it's not only about money, but also there's the social impact is considered. How the projects or how the interventions or the investment directly affect the communities in which they are carried out. One, but on the other side too, what I've noticed, unfortunately, is that when we are looking at foreign companies investing in such environments, it's always with twofold outcome. On one side, from the income generating perspective, there are companies or even local organizations which are strictly export oriented. As such, you see very good quality products come out of the plants or the factories, but they are all going outside. And the problem is that the population itself, in terms of the immediate food security, is left with junk or not even thought about. So it will be a very good idea to find a small mix. That's when we talk about the social impact. Not only focus on the products which yield money for the immediate export, but what happens to the immediate food security of the people involved in the production. And that's something that unfortunately we've not been thinking about very often over the past few years. We have examples in Ethiopia, where we know companies producing foods which are not even locally consumed, but they are directly exported as concentrate to the Netherlands. And the problem is, it's the food security of the people around is not even catered for. Yes.
And I presume you are talking to these companies. Are they listening to your advice?
The companies at the higher level, we don't really engage them that much, but we try to use in our do no harm approach, because at the end of the day, we acknowledge the income generated by these activities. But at the end of the day, trying to find a solution, a middle way, we try to think of intercropping. Since the seasons, the crops being produced are only for a specific number of months, then what happens now when they are not producing that fruit is to find some other activities or vegetable which are immediately consumable by the communities to be able to change, to plant between the seasons of the exportable fruits. So we find a good compromise now to be able to cater for the local food security, immediate food security, and also for the more income-bringing activity, which is now export-oriented.